All right. Hello. Welcome back, y'all. Okay. Today is still January 1. We're still on January 1, 2026. It is now 1954, also known as 7:54 p.m. Gonna use the universal rider weight. And I decided that I'm just gonna do a Celtic cross reading real quick and do it real quick. So that this can load and a message can come out. For some reason, when I picked up the cards, I started singing that song, Busta Rhymes and Janet Jackson, Make Your Body Wet. I started singing that hook. I don't know why that was. I haven't heard that song in 1700 years. Anyway, click like, click subscribe, follow your girl, turn the bell notification on. And then, listen to me. So the Fool is on the bottom. So we got the Fool on the bottom here. That's nice. That's a new beginning, which is always good. Let's see what that means. It's a new beginning. Present position. 8 of Wands. Okay. The immediate influence. Knight of Pentacles. Goal or destiny. The Hierophant. Ooh, the Devil's in the distant past. Well, that's good, right? That's good. Distant past, meaning that they influenced you to get to this point where you're moving forward quick. So you're the type of person that learns from bullshit. You're not the type of person that continues on the same cycle over and over and over again. The lesson warden is here to continue to teach it to you. And that's what I refer to the devil as, the lesson warden, because that motherfucker will send you through the same shit over and over again until you get it. You stuck with him until you figure it out. Now you take that how you want to take it, because every lesson doesn't kill you. So being in the presence of demons isn't always the worst thing. They're here. We have to acknowledge them, right? So we might as well acknowledge them for what they're for. They're for lessons. And you will continue to learn that fucking lesson over and over again until you figure it out. And they are gladly standing right there to continue to teach you that lesson over and over again until you figure it out. Card 5 is the recent past events. 5 of Pentacles. That's wild that the 5 of Pentacles is in the 5 position. But let's keep going, all right? So the future influence is the Knight of Wands. Okay. No doubt about it. I'm learning something about whoever you are. The questioner is the Ace of Pentacles. Well, that could be just about anybody. That's anybody that has any type of wherewithal about finance and money and bills and debt and, the environmental factors or what how you're influencing people around you. 8 of Cups. That's beautiful. And the hopes, your inner emotion, is the Ace of Cups. That's not wrong. That is good. The Ace of Cups just denotes that, hey, I've gotten myself together. Now I'm ready to connect and share with someone of like kind. Like I'm looking for my 9, I'm the 6, I'm looking for my 9, I'm looking for my yang, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. And then final result is the 3 of Cups. So all of this, if you continue to do, or if you continue to leave the devil in the distant past, the growth continues. The outcome is a celebration, a win. But I like how you're not just winning by yourself, because in the 8 card position is an 8, which I feel like these are kind of in certain positions in your life is serendipitous. So it's showing that your life is a lesson learned for other people. Somebody, whoever, I don't know how many people, but somebody that saw you walk off and leave the devil in the past. And this inspired other people to do the same exact thing. So sometimes when you're being watched, I feel like that's not the worst thing on the planet. Granted, it is a violation of your privacy, because everybody wants that. You want your privacy, you want people to mind their own damn business, but at the same time, some people need to see what they need to see words in action, because we see a lot of words written on Facebook, written on TikTok, or skits on TikTok, or you see words on X. You're seeing all these words, but you're not really seeing people produce or perform these actions. People say a whole lot of talk, but they don't do what they're saying. They're not doing what they're writing. That skit is not real, it's a great concept, but you're not. This isn't a concept. You're practical. This is you actually practicing the activity of fuck you. And I'll show you what it looks like. You see my back? Yeah. And it's going to get smaller the further I get down this road. And people are saying, yeah, and that person walked away and look how they doing. I think I'm going to do the same damn thing. Who they walk away from? Yeah, you. I'm gone. I'm going to take the lesson that this person is teaching me and move on. Which is not, again, it's not a bad thing. That's what everybody, I imagine, would hope that their life is here for. That's the beginning of a legacy, when your actions can impress on other people. Yeah. So the 8 of Wands, that is kind of what I'm talking about. It's actually exactly what I'm talking about. That's your activity actually happening. And not only did you do it, the further you get away, it's like you're running. It's like, in my mind, I just visualize like you're getting away from Jason Voorhees. And the further you get down the road, the faster you running. Because that means the further I'm already walked away and I'm pretty far. Now, when I start sprinting, it's going to be even further. It drives home the point. It drives home the indication that I am less likely to be accosted by Jason Voorhees. If I'm running as fast as I can, I already put him in the dust on a smooth, swift walk a mile ago. Now I'm running miles. Yeah, that you're putting further distance away. Great haste, speeding towards what you want. And also, if you think about the devil, right? The devil is, I mean, I don't know you, right? I'm just going to make this generalization and I hope you catch what I'm talking about. The devil is something that typically you don't want, right? So it could be like habits. You smoking cigarettes. Yeah, it's something that you desire to do when you're doing it, but deep down you really don't want to be doing it. You really want to quit. Most people do. They just have an issue with actually walking away from it. Right? Once you get away from smoking, now you see yourself a year, 2, 3 years down the road, you are way less likely to go back into that devil energy. You're less likely to go back to smoking because you will remember all them times that you fired up a cigarette and was like, I'm fucking tired of this shit. I'm tired of buying lighters. I'm tired of being ID'd. I'm tired of buying fucking cigarettes. I'm tired of the prices going up. I'm tired of them adding extra shit into my cigarettes. I don't know what the fuck I'm smoking no more. I'm tired of my clothes smelling like cigarettes. I'm tired of my house smelling like cigarettes. I'm tired of my fingers and my hair smelling like and my breath smelling like cigarettes. This is 3, 4 years down the road now. You don't have to worry about, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. That's a memory of this is why I ain't doing that shit no more. That's where you're at. Running. And keep on running. And you will keep on running. You know, I feel like that goes without saying. I really feel like that goes without saying. I mean, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt and try to believe that not everybody is unintelligent, right? So I presume, I don't know you again, I don't know if you will go back or not, but I imagine that once you've gone down the road 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on years, that you're not going to end up back in the same position. Again, the lesson warden going to be right there waiting on your ass. You can go back. He ain't going to stop you. You go back in the gas station and buy cigarettes. Ain't nobody in there going to tell you not to buy none. Nobody in there is not going to tell you not to buy a lighter. Nobody in. The only thing you might not be able to get is a book of matches at this point, because those are probably the thing of the past. But everything else, you're welcome. And start right back over into the same old energy, the devil. You're very welcome to do so, and no one's going to stop you. But you already know that there's a responsibility to yourself. You have responsibility to keep moving forward. You have a responsibility, you have a duty to yourself, a fiduciary duty to yourself to continue to move forward on the best foot that you have, you know, with what you have and move forward. I don't again see you actually turning back. You're granting yourself patience, mercy. You're becoming or are an inspiration for other people, whether you know this or not. I don't even think you give a damn. I don't think it ain't that you don't give a damn. You don't even know. I feel like you're just a person, just like I use the example of the cigarettes. You motherfucking tired. You're just tired of shit. And you've decided that walking and then running and basically getting exercising your free will to move forward without things that you don't want, that's granting yourself mercy. It's giving yourself love, compassion. It's creating the change that your life needed. Yeah. Because again, the recent past events is the Five of Pentacles. That's really like trouble. It's not having a lot. It's not having a concord in your life. It's not having positive energy flow towards you. Maybe because of the cognitive dissonance, the things that you're doing that you know you don't even want to goddamn do. The devil energy. And that's changing as well. Because as soon as you show yourself love and respect and dignity and kindness and trust and honesty, that's all going to come back to you. Soon as you start spending your money on things that actually help you to move forward, that's going to come back to you. Because you were spending it on cigarettes, which is killing you. So all of the things that are killing you and holding you back are coming back to you because that's where you're putting it out at. But once you walk away from that and you stop spending money on that, now you start spending money on, I don't know, smoothies, smoothies and kale, you know. Suddenly your smile is brighter and suddenly you have more energy and suddenly you have a clearer mind. And you have all of those things working positively towards you using that very same running energy to do something positive. All of this ends up where you are creating more distance in between you and the devil. You are getting further and further and further out of the reach of the lesson warden. You are getting away from the lesson warden. And some would say that that is not advantageous, or you would be chased. But in my opinion, the lesson warden is not chasing your ass. Like I said, if you go in the gas station, they're not offering you cigarettes and Bic lighters. It's there if you would like it. And that's kind of the same energy here. No, the prostitutes aren't just standing on every single corner, right? You have to go find the prostitute. Drugs are not just on every goddamn corner. They're on certain corners. You have to go to that area to get it, right? That's what I mean by that. The lesson is always there, just waiting. If you want to come back, it's going to be right there waiting on your ass. Hard head make a soft ass. Just saying. Hate to sound like my daddy, but all I'm saying is you're putting a lot of distance in between you and the devil. Why in the world? I don't think you're stupid enough to turn around and go back to it. You've already departed. You've already seen the changes that come from. That's what the Knight of Wands is. That's the future influence. You're going to be doing more traveling. You're going to be doing more moving around. You're going to be doing more. Like I said, you're buying more Smoothies and kale, you have more energy, so you're going to be doing more. You got more focus, more clear mind. Your focus is not on, I need to hurry up and go have a cigarette. And then stand outside for 15 minutes smoking that stankin' ass fucking cigarette and being interrupted every time you doing something for the urge to go smoke a cigarette. You don't have to do that anymore. That's over with. And you're putting distance in between you and that. And the more you do that, the more your new beginning, the fool, is developing. Hate to bore y'all. I know y'all like the I know everybody likes the tea and the scandal. But sometimes you should hear positivity. Sometimes. Okay, so you as a being, in your energy, you are going to be content. Naturally, listen to everything I've said. You're going to be content. Your pinnacles are going to grow, obviously, because of the fact that you're more clear-minded. You've walked away from the baloney. You're moving forward on your own volition, your own will. You're moving forward. You're not stagnant, and you're not connected to anyone that is stagnant because you already walked off and then started running off. Like, so, of course, again, the outcome is ecstasy. The outcome is contentment. The outcome is a higher self-esteem, being more assertive, being more confident, being more creative, being more focused. Things are more clear. You're able to compound on things. Things are starting to compound. People are seeing that, and your life again is impacting people. It's influencing people and how people are maneuvering in their own lives, which is what a leader does. What you did was put yourself in a leadership position. No one gave you, no one, it was 22:44 on the clock. No one gave you this position. No one promoted you to a leader. Leaders aren't promoted. Leaders display leadership. It is something that just happens. They don't get promoted to be like that. Real ones, real leaders, people just catch wind and see. Same thing with real creators. You see that all the time. Someone comes up with a funny TikTok, and now there's 40,000 different people doing the same TikTok. It was a very creative, genius idea, and someone went with it. And then everybody seen it and thought, oh, that's hilarious. I'll do it as well. Same thing here. That's what happened when such and such walked away. They started going on trips. Their business flourished. Their body got in shape. Their acne cleared up. Their debt was gone. Like, hell yeah, this is what happens when you walk away. Let me do that and just kind of see how that works for me. You don't even know that people are watching you. You're not even, I honestly, from what I'm seeing here, you're not focused on everybody else. You're focused on your own lessons. You're focused on, I am tired of whatever. I'm changing whatever. I'm changing what I need to change. I don't know what's going on in your life, and I can't say I don't have time to care. I only have time to focus on what is happening with me and what I'm ready to change about myself and my life, because I'm ready to see what I want to see happen in my own life. I'm ready for my own joy. I'm ready for my own happiness. I'm ready for my own abundance. I'm ready to nourish myself any way I possibly can. I'm not playing no more games with nobody else's children. I'm done. And everybody else is falling in line with you on that one. It's a conclusion of the matter. That is healing. That is fulfillment. Nobody's healing you. You got to do it yourself. What does healing look like for you? That's what you did. You looked at you and said, I don't know what healing looks like for everybody else. I don't give a damn. This is what healing looks like for me. I need to get away from these people. I need to get away from that thought or that action or that bad habit or that. I need to get away from that. And I'm walking. I'm gonna walk so nobody notices, and then I'm gonna bust out in a dead ass sprint, 100-yard dash. I'm out of here. That's the end of the line. That's the final result. I'm out of here, and out of here is gonna get me nourishment for myself. The yin to my yang, balance that I deserve. So, hard head make a soft ass, and you have everything you need. You have absolutely everything that you need. I just looked at the top of my cards that I created, and that that was there. Oh, and I just split the deck. Changing form. Changing form falls in line with the Fool. You know, you're changing your form up. You're changing up who you are, your mind frame, your actions. You're changing the actions. It'll show. It'll show. And you're willing to, like I said, give yourself patience and time to do so. Pisces. I'm going to just dig on in here. Female. Healed. Cooking. Hey, cooking. Today. Patient. Now, I wrote that for medicine, right? As a patient at a hospital or a doctor's office. But you can also look at it as synonymous to patience, where you're being patient with yourself. You're being honest with yourself. You're trusting yourself, and you're moving forward with that. Today, me, and tomorrow, you. Today, me, and tomorrow, you is a Latin phrase. That means I'm going to die, and so are you. And that means that, and I think that a lot of people need to take this into consideration. That's the outcome. If you focus on your life as a whole, look at it in a macro sense, and then break it down to a micro sense. But macro is the beginning and the end, right? It's the alpha and the omega, right? You're going to make it to the end eventually. That is the outcome for absolutely every living being, every living thing. So putting that into account when you're looking at, I'm smoking cigarettes, my life is this way or that, and I would like to see it be this way or that, that'll light a fire up under your feet. in order to get you to do, if you start really considering death and really respecting death, respect death, okay? Because death needs to be respected. I think we do a lot of disrespecting death. Um, Focus on your life now and know that that's your end, and stay grounded, right? And continue to realize that every single day you're headed towards that end. So are you happy? What are you going to do to get to happiness? And when I say grounded, I'll share a little bit. So grounded doesn't always mean just go outside and put your feet on the ground. You can look at grounded as this. When you're in your everyday life, can you feel the bottom of your feet? If the answer to that is no, just think about it. While you're out and about and you're doing what you're doing, are you connected with the bottom of your feet? Is your mind connected with the sensors on the bottom of your feet? I know that sounds odd, but think about that. Just think about it. And then when you're in your everyday life, hopefully that'll strike you at some point. It'll center you back into the present. Now, be here, not in your head above, not in a fantasy or a delusion or illusion. Can you feel your feet? Can you feel your toes? Can you feel the bottoms of your feet in your shoe or on the sand or wherever you're at? That's just a little bit of help. But this is a great reading. I think that, you've gotten away from the past. There are no more afflictions. You don't have any addictions. You don't have any illnesses. And eventually you'll meet your mate. You'll meet your match. Your match could actually be you connecting to the bottoms of your feet. Like, think about that. Anyway, hopefully you watch. Again, click like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And have a good one. Oh, come back for the next one, y'all.